Hey, hello guys. Good to see you. Mm, Today I'm going to do a movie review. I know I haven't been doing this movie review for a long, long time. Um, but yeah, I'm going to do another one. The movie I'm going to review on is Nezha The Devil is Coming. Um, I went to the theater last night, watched it, and I really enjoyed it. It's a very, very well done movie. Um, I would say it's an awesome movie, but definitely it's not perfect. Oh, by the way, it's a blockbuster movie. It has a very good review and rating score in China. Um, and as I know, it's going to be showing in overseas movie theaters as well. Um, let's see. Let's jump into the movie review part. I would say the beginning is a little bit abrupt. Um, the movie jumped right into the story. Um, Began with a fighting scene with the evil character in the movie. Um, I feel it's too fast and it's just abrupt. And the characters came out with the subtitle on the screen. So it's like introducing the character with the text. It's a little bit too Chinese to me. I don't know if other viewers would accept that or would enjoy that. I don't know. Um, Second of all, I think the character design is not very unified. Um, some characters, the main character Nezha and Tai Zhenren are more alike, but the parents, the parent couple, and Albin, they are very different from Nezha and Tai Zhenren. They look like from different world, so it's a little bit mixed to me. Um, the two main characters, Nezha and Albin, they are too different. Not only the character looking wise, but also the age wise. Because Albin looked like a teenager, but Nezha looked like a 5 or 6 years old boy, something like that. Just like a naughty boy. So it's hard to convince the audience to say, okay, they are two close friends. They have the character bond together with the brotherhood thing connected together. So it's hard to convince other people to believe that. So it also gave me a kind of uh, mixed feeling. It's not very unified. It definitely affected the feeling towards the main character. Um, yeah. Let's see. Speaking of the character looking, the parent couple and Albin's looking is too much towards the uh, Japan cartoon, Japan manga style. Yeah, that's a problem Chinese cartoon has. They imitate Japanese style too much. They, it's it's hard for them to start from the scratch and design something unique for them. So yeah, you can see this as well in this movie. I would say, I between this movie's character design and Mulan's character design, I prefer Mulan's. Um, yeah, Mulan's character mm, depicting ancient Chinese are more approachable, I would say, or more authentic to me. As a Chinese, yeah, I prefer that. Another detail I find in this movie is Nezha's mom. The character of Nezha's mom is just based on a famous Chinese actress called Li Bingbing. I think the voiceover is also Li Bingbing. So the acting, the voice are all based on Li Bingbing. This is very obvious. I'm not saying I'm not. I don't like it. I really like Li Bingbing and I like this move. Yeah, it's a nice move. I'm happy to. I'm happy I find it out. Uh, the 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 humor part in this movie is a very big part. Is an important part, and it did very well. Uh, the funny making is very natural. You don't feel it's awkward. But at some point, maybe it's due to the editing reasons, when the touching part is going on, but all of a sudden they are making a joke. So it's interrupt the audience feeling to have a fulfillment and to have a complete process. Yeah, it's interrupting the audience to completely finish their emotion change or emotion process. So it's just a little bit disturbing, I would say. Yeah, it's like I'm feeling touched. Let me feel this completely, or let me feel this better. But all of a sudden, you're making a inappropriate joke. It's interrupting me to have to enjoy my touching moment. Yeah, so that's the point I want to make. The storytelling, the scripting is very well. It's very interesting. But it has too much detail. It has too much branches in the story. At some point, you feel it's too much, and the story, maybe the scripting is more suitable for a TV show instead of a feature film. And there are some parts. It's using the characters murmur or characters self-talking to tell the story, to push the story moving on. I would say it's a little bit low. I don't really enjoy that. Excuse me. Another part I feel it's lacking in this movie is that it didn't tell much about the growing up of Nezha. I feel this part is very important because when kids grow up, he has problems and he has happy moments. It really will help the audience to get into the story with the main character and building up the emotional connection with the main character. But this movie didn't do that. I feel maybe they should consider that. Next, this is the animation cartoon movie, but I feel the artistic part is not enough. I would say it's not very artistic. style-wise, it's just a CGI movie to me. If you change the characters in this movie into like a real people, more towards the realistic people, it's still a movie. It's still the same movie. It doesn't hurt the story, or it doesn't hurt the movie. But for example, if you change the let's take a Lion King as an example. If you change the character into a realistic lion creature, it's just not the Lion King people like. It's not just the classic Lion King. That's the thing I want to make. Yeah, so animation is different from realistic film. So, for example, there's a lot of things can be made into a more animation artistic style, but this movie didn't do that. Okay, next, Nezha. Oh yeah, in the Nezha is a how to say, it's similar to a Chinese fairy tale. And this character should have like 3 heads and 6 arms. It will. It's a feature of this character has, and it'll help the character to fight in the fighting scene. But I'll just say it didn't play that part enough, because to me personally, I feel this is a very important feature Nezha has. I like how they showing up this feature, introduced this feature in this movie, and it's very touching, and very natural. Yeah, I like that, but I just feel it's not enough. Another thing I want to say is the Li Jing, the parent couple, and some other secondary characters. The moves, the animated moves, should have more work. Yeah, it should be polished more. You can feel the cheesy part of their moves, and especially the mom's facial expression animation. Yeah, it's not there yet. By the way, 40 years ago, there's another classic. There was another classic Nezha animation in China, and it was a very well done movie as well. It's a traditional 2D animation, but it's totally different story. A lot of people compare this movie with that classic movie. I would say it's two different movie. It's not very comparable. The story wise, 40 years the story 40 years ago was more simpler. Was more simple. Was simpler, I'd say, and more reasonable and logical. It's more acceptable by the audience, perhaps. And the story in this movie, I personally like it better, because it's more close to humanity, and it's more interesting. Yeah, I like the human side of this story. So this movie, like I mentioned earlier, this movie is going to be showing in overseas movie theaters. I don't know. I'm just curious. What will overseas audience will react, or what kind of review they will have, because this movie requires a decent Chinese culture or Chinese history background knowledge. If they don't have the background knowledge, I'm curious how they will react. Okay, that's all about I want to say and about this movie. I hope you enjoyed this movie review. Till next time, I'll say goodbye. See you guys.